Today we're going to do lesson 8.1, Circles and Circumference. Alright, we have some important vocabulary words today. The first one is a circle. A circle is a set of all points in a plane. Plane means that it is flat. And they are the same distance from a point called the center. So it's perfect, right? It's flat and it's perfect, the same distance all the way around from the center. The two most important words I'm going to show you today is radius and diameter. A radius is the distance from the center to any point on a circle, and the diameter is the distance across the circle through the center. So I'd like you to draw, to the best of your ability, what a circle would look like. And we're going to put a dot here to represent the center. And the radius goes from the center to any point on the circle. We're going to put a little r there so you have that as your radius. And a diameter goes all the way across the circle but must pass through the center, and that is the diameter. And I want to make sure that by the end of today you know the difference between the two. What we're going to be finding is circumference. Circumference is the distance around a circle, and that's very similar to perimeter. But we don't use perimeter. We only use perimeter when the lines are straight. Circumference is used when lines are curved. So we're going to use the circumference to find it. One of the numbers we're going to be using in our formula is this number pi, and it is designated by this symbol here. And it's a ratio that is true in every circle, that if you take the circumference of any circle and you divide it by the diameter of that circle, you always get the same number, no matter what the size is. And that number that you get is this number here, 3.14. Now, the number actually is longer than that, but we estimate that number because it's impossible to use all the digits of pi. We are not going to use the calculator pi key when we calculate. You're going to use 3.14. To find the circumference of a circle, we have two formulas which we can choose from to use. The first one here is C equals 2 times pi times the radius of a circle, and again you're going to use this one when the radius is given in the circle. And we have C equals pi d, and we use this one when the diameter is given in the circle. Basically they are the same formula. The only difference is you have 2r over here and you have a d over here, and in a circle it takes 2 radii, that's plural for radius, and that will always equal the length of the diameter. So the formulas are the same, just you're going to use this one when the radius is given and this one when the diameter is given. Alright, so our directions here say to find the circumference of a circle. Again, circumference is the distance around the circle, so this is the measurement that we are going to be finding. And the first thing you want to do is see what measurement you were given. And we were given this measurement from the center to the outside. That is what a radius is. So we are going to use the formula for circumference when the radius is given, which is C equals 2 pi r. And what you're going to do is you're going to substitute the correct values into the formula and let the calculator do the work for you. So C is what we are finding. 2 is a fixed number, meaning it never will change. Pi is approximately 3.14, and that's the number I'd like you to use. And the radius in this problem is 6. And we type that into our calculator and hit equals, and we get 37.68. And the unit will be meters because it is a distance, and distance are what we call a linear unit, so it's just a regular measurement, no exponents involved. Looking at number 2, we are given the distance all the way across. That is a diameter. So we'll use the diameter formula, C equals pi times the diameter. And we're going to plug in what we know, pi. Again, the approximate value is 3.14, and the diameter is 19. You're going to put that into your calculator, and you're going to get 59.66, and the unit is centimeters. Go ahead and pause the video. I'd like you to work on numbers 3 and 4. Okay, let's see how you did. Taking a look at this first one here, we were given the length from the center to the outside of the circle. That is the radius. So I use C equals 2 pi r. Pi is 3.14, and the radius was 3.2. You should have gotten 20.096 inches. And for number 4, we were given the measurement all the way across through the center. So that is the diameter. So C equals pi d. The diameter was 1 1/3, and when I multiplied that by 3.14, I got 4.186, and the 6 was repeating. Remember, when we have repeating answers, we should change those to fractions so that they are usable. So when you change that using your calculator, you get 4 14/75. All right, for part 3, we are going to do semicircles. A semicircle, by definition, is 1/2 of a circle. And we're going to be being asked to find the perimeter of those semicircles, which is going to be the distance all the way around. All right, first thing that we have to realize is when we have a semicircle, we're going to be given this measurement right here, and we have to figure out what that is. And if you look at it, if the circle was whole, this would be going all the way across. So in a semicircle, you're always given the diameter. So when I use this, I have to use my diameter formula, C equals pi d. But we're not doing a full circle diameter, we're only doing half. So when we get our answer, we're going to divide that by 2, so it's only worth half of the amount of a full circle. We're going to plug in our numbers. C equals 3.14 times 18, and we're going to divide that by 2. And we're going to type that into our calculator, and we are going to get C equals 28.26, and that would be centimeters. Now that doesn't answer the question because the question wants us to find the perimeter, and you remember when you find perimeter, you add up all the sides. So we're going to write P equals, and we're going to add up our sides. The first side that we have is this flat side, which is the diameter, so that would be 18. And to enclose it, we're going to go then around this curved side, which was worth 28.26 centimeters, and we're going to add them together to get our total perimeter, which is 46.26 centimeters. And that would be the correct answer to number 5. Go ahead and pause the video. I'd like you to try number 6. Okay, so hopefully you saw that the diameter here was 10.2, and we are finding half of the circle's circumference. So you use C equals pi d divided by 2, and you got 16.014. Again, what that is that's this curved side. And then when we do the perimeter, we add this 10.2 plus this 16.014, and you got 26.214 inches. We have a word problem. Word problem says the circumference of a tire is 89.49 inches. What is the diameter of the tire, and what is the radius of the tire? When any geometry word problem comes up, the first thing you want to look for are those key words that will tell you what formula to use or what definition to use. And in this problem, the word is circumference. So that tells us we're going to be using our circumference formulas. And we have two questions here, and what I've been teaching you is just don't worry about the second question, worry about the first one only. The first one says what is the diameter, so we're going to use the diameter formula in this problem, C equals pi d. All right, now we plug in our numbers. Here's what's going to be a little bit different is I actually gave you the circumference, so we know C's value. C's value is 89.49. We know pi's value, that's approximately 3.14, and the one that is missing in this one is d, which will create our equation. So we're going to solve now for x. To do that, I'm going to divide both sides by 3.14, and I'm going to get x equals 28.5 inches. And there is the answer to the first question. Second question, what is the radius of the tire? Well, we know the diameter, so now we have to find the radius. So we know that the radius goes from the middle out, and the diameter goes all the way across, so the radius is actually half of that. So I'm going to find the radius by doing 28.5, and I'm going to divide that by 2. And that's going to be 14.25 inches. So to summarize here, we found the diameter first. The diameter was 28.5 inches. And then we found the radius second, because that's half of it, and that would be 14.25 inches. So this here would be the answer to the word problem. All right, that's it for today. I hope you have a good day, and you'll hear back from me soon. Bye.